You're ready? Let's go. Good morning. So it's February 21st, 9:10 a.m. and I am starting my next leg of the approach trail, because the approach trail actually starts down at the visitor center and goes all the way up to Springer Mountain. Yesterday I did the falls. Today I am going to hike out to the Len Foote Hike Inn. Now this is a mile off the approach trail, but something I kind of want to do one last, get in there, get a bag, get a shower. I knew for me, like, I wasn't going to make the full approach trail on one day. I'm trying to take it slow. Like, I'm purposely setting my stops for the first 10 days short of what I know I can do, because I want to make sure I'm not pushing myself too far, because I haven't done this before, right? And I know some people go out and try to rock 12, 15 miles on day one, and that's awesome. That's good for them. I just know for me, I need to take it slow. So anyway, the hike in along the hike in approach trail, because there's a separate trail, is 4.8 miles. I'm going to actually take the AT approach trail 5.3 miles out and then turn right. So I think it's about a little over 6 miles from where I'm standing to the Len Foote Hike Inn. But I've got one night there. They've got dinner, they've got breakfast, showers, water, electricity. So I'll do a final charge up before I hit Springer Mountain tomorrow. Let's go do some hiking. You know, there's a danger to walking with your mouth open. Cobwebs, and I believe some type of creature. Yeah. I'm sure I'm gonna eat a few more bugs along the AT. I haven't even reached it yet, though. I haven't seen a single person. There was no one else headed to the approach trail this morning that I know of. Now, I don't know about hikers that are just going over to the Len Foote Hike Inn, like, you know, just people out day hiking, whatever. I kind of have a feeling like I'm gonna have a trail to myself today, which is great. Just me and the wind. I've been going for about, well, almost exactly an hour. So I stopped to get water. So one thing that I did is when I planned my first 10 days, I know some people like don't plan anything, but like I said earlier, I needed to plan it out first 10 days to make sure that I was forcing myself to stop. And then another thing that I did is I am forcing myself every hour to stop and drink water. However I feel, just stop and drink water. So I've been passing in the opposite direction. A lot of teenagers So you can see there's some folks coming along the trail over there. And it's a local school group. And she's one of the teachers or guides or whatever. She said there's about 39 of them. And I have to tell you, these kids, man, every single one of them is smiling. They're polite, just having a good time. So last night they stayed at the Len Foote Hike Inn where I'm going tonight. So, and they said it was pretty good. So I'm excited. So I just got done with one of my forced hydration stops. Talked with a gentleman from Toronto, and he just took off. But I'm on a section here where you got switchbacks and a lot of elevation gain. So in this mile, it's like 525 feet or 15 feet of elevation gain. So I'm just taking this section kind of slow. But honestly, I feel pretty good. My calves are a little tight. I know in the next couple days I'll start building up that lactic acid and having muscle issues, but that's why I'm hydrating like crazy. Every time I stop, I'm kind of stretching the calves out a little bit. But yeah, the trail has picked up. I've been passed now by 5 people. And then there's been some people going the other direction. Well, I'm going that way. I've got about another 1.5 miles to the turn to the Len Foote Hike Inn. So I think about 2.5 miles total. Oh, I forgot to mention, because you were wondering. Yes, I have seen wildlife. The gentleman from Toronto was up the hill, and I guess he startled a deer because she came running down, white tail up, just bounding. I couldn't even get the camera fast enough. She came blowing by. So there's deer. So once you get up that one steep incline there, you come across, so you're up on top of Emmettville Mountain, and great little open area here. There's a fire pit. I don't know if people are actually allowed to tent here. I don't think so. Excuse me, but it's a good place to stop, get some lunch. So lunch today was a tortilla with some peanut butter and righteous felon beef jerky, and then I may have a Rice Krispie treat down the road a little bit. I think I'm starting early on my trail snacks. But yeah, that was kind of my lunch. I have almost done 1 liter of water already. So everybody says if you're doing the approach trail, you're supposed to take 2 liters of water, because really once you leave the lodge area, you won't find water again for about 6 miles, 7 miles. But again, I'm going to the Len Foote Hike Inn tonight, so there's water there. But yeah, I think 2 liters of water is a safe bet. So I carry 2. Wind's picking up. I carry 2 of these, and then I have the capacity with my platypus bag for another liter, and then I have an empty half-liter bottle that is just for like mixing powdered drinks or whatever. So like I've got the element stuff, but that keeps it from getting mixed in with the regular water. But so far, I mean, the weather's been amazing. I'm really happy with that, because I thought it was supposed to rain most of the day. So yeah, I've got like 2 miles left to Len Foote Hike Inn. So I'm gonna pack up and get going. I made it to the turn for the Len Foote Hike Inn, and this is where I have my last night before I truly start my Appalachian Trail through hike. Kind of weird to do all those miles and none of it counts. But so Springer Mountain is 3.5 miles that way. I've got a mile that way to the lodge. So in the morning I'll have a mile back. So really I have 4.5 miles in the morning just to get to Springer Mountain. And then depending on what the situation looks like, Either I could stay at Springer Mountain at the shelter there. The goal is to move on to Stover. So we'll see how I feel in the morning, how things are going. Now onto the lodge, 1 more mile to go. Cool tree. Lots of knots in that. This little 1 mile trail has been so far the prettiest section besides the waterfall of the approach trail so far. Even though this is the approach trail detour. I made it. So here it is. Len Foote Hike Inn. So there's no, you can't drive here. You have to hike into it, obviously. That's why it's the hike in. I'm gonna go check in and get my room. You have to try to keep it down because it's supposed to be like cell phone free. This is a retreat for people, but the Len Foote Hike Inn, like I said earlier, you have to hike in. There's no cars, so it's their goal is to be like zero waste. But they have a very good system when you get here. So you get here, you sign in, and then you get a little bag, a tote that has your sheets and your towel, so you can go to the bathhouse. And then inside the room, there's already pillows and blankets. I'll show you my room here in just a second. So you've got bathhouse, and then down here there's the dining room, and then like an activity room. So 5 o'clock, you have a tour. They take you around. They give you the history of the location. Tonight's is supposed to be really good. And then 6 o'clock is dinner, family style. 7 o'clock tonight, there's a presentation. I don't know what that is yet, but I'll go check that out. And yeah, and then tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, breakfast. They tell you to eat. Please eat everything you take because they're trying to have like no food waste. And then it'll be pack up and go. Hopefully, be back on the trail by 9. That's the goal. So for now, I'm gonna go get cleaned up. I'm gonna go find their snacks and their beverages because that's all out there and it's there all the time. I just had a bug fly in my eye. So I hope that hope you're doing well, and thanks for watching. So they are bunks. Started yanking pulling my gear out there. Very small room, but I mean, plenty for, you know, a hiker. My hooks. There is one outlet up there, so you can charge. You got a fan, and then the heat control. And then, like I said, you've got pillows and blankets, and a mat so you can stretch out. That's cool. I didn't even notice that until I just showed you. That'll be nice because I need to do some stretching. So normally I don't think I would do this. There's nobody in here. These are the bathrooms. This is the shower areas, the washrooms. And look at this. I mean, it's immaculate. We've got men and women each have 2 showers. But it is like absolutely spotless. There's multiple restrooms, so they're composting toilets, so toilet paper only, and then put the lid down to, you know, keep the funk down. All right, I'm in the dining room, and they've got some cake and stuff left over. But the way this works is this is open all the time, so if there's snacks and stuff available, just have at it. So you pick out a cup, they ask you to label it, and that's your cup for your whole stay. You've got a water station, they've got lemonade, sweet tea, unsweet tea, coffee. Like I said, there's cakes and stuff over there. So again, the goal is 0 food waste. So like Confucius say, take all you want, but eat all you take. And they show you a dinner menu, breakfast tomorrow. So I'm gonna have some cake, because I'm actually pretty hungry. Cake, lemonade, and then I'm gonna go wander around and try to see what else there is, fill up my water bottles. And so I'll show you the next part when I get there. So this is a game room in there. I'm not gonna film in there though, because there's people hanging out, playing games. So I'm not 100% sure what all this stuff is. I mean, I know what chairs are, but we'll get a tour tonight, and he's gonna give us all the info. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna go back, rest up a little bit, work on a video, and then 5 o'clock tour, 6 o'clock dinner, 7 o'clock presentation, and then sleep. So thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.